Hey, welcome to the final part of making this Dior beaded bag. This is part 3, and in this part we are going to be making the handle of this bag. So this is a very straightforward tutorial. It's going to be very easy, it's going to be very simple, and it's going to bring the bag together. So without further ado, let's get right into the materials that you need. So the main material for these handles are these lobster-like clasp O-rings. This is how they should look like. And I recommend that you really get them in a bigger size. I'm going to show you my sizing, but they should be at least bigger than the holes that you use in doing the bags. And that was my measurement for my O-ring right there, was about an inch and more. So I'll say that you should get an O-ring that is about an inch and a half. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so this is me trying to build the handle. I am just going to do 2 rows of a beaded mat that is 2 by 15. So I'm going to start by making crosses up to 15, and then I'm going to make 2 rows of it. So I'm just starting by picking up 4 beads, cross with the fourth, pick 1 bead on the right fishing line, 1 bead on the left fishing line, and crossing with the third bead. And I'm going to do this until I've got a total of 14 rows. Now, this particular handle that I made it a 3 by 4 handle, and a 3 by 4 handle is a handle that when you look at the bottom, it has 3 beads at the bottom. You're going to see it when I'm done with it, and the sides have circle of 4 beads. And this type of handle is usually comprised of 2 beaded rows and a join, and that makes it like a 3 by 4. But I will recommend that you do a 4 by 4 handle. That is, you do 3 rows instead, three 3 beaded rows, and then you join those rows. We'll get to the joining part in a minute, and I'm going to explain why when we get to attaching the lobster clasp, because it has something to do with the O-ring lobster clasp. Okay, so this is me just beading. I'm going to bead until I've got 14 rows, and then I'm going to explain the concept of the 3 by 4 and the 4 by 4. This is just how I call it, and it's the way I called it when I was teaching like the beginner in beads series. For anyone who wants to learn how to do beads, that was the simplest way I could explain like how to make different bag handles. So I'm going to be using, or I used, the 3 by 4 handle for this bag, but I will recommend the 4 by 4 handle. If you go on my channel and you type in or you type 4 by 4 bag handles, that video is going to pop up. I'll even leave the link in the description box if you want me to. So yeah, just go ahead and build a long handle of 14 beads, and I'm going to meet you guys back. Okay, here if you stop and screenshot and count the number of beads, I have 14 here. You can make yours longer, but this was like a medium sized bag. I'm making bags that your phone can enter, which this bag passed the phone test. So I'm making like sizable bags like that. Okay, so when you're done with the 14 rows, you're going to put 3 beads in one end of a fishing line, whichever one you want, and then you are just going to cross with the third bead, and this is going to cause your fishing line to be on the side. Then with the fishing line on my left, I'm going to pick up 3 beads, and then I'm going to cross with the third bead, and this is going to help us to start row number 2. This is like a basic turn. This is the second turn right here, and it's going to help us start row number 2. So 2 rows of this is going to form a 3 by 4 handle, and I call it by 4 because all of this we're using 4 4 beads, 4 4 beads, a circle of 4 to create the back. That's why I call it like that. It's not official name or anything, it's just the easiest way I found to explain what I'm doing. Okay, so you're just going to keep on beading, keep on weaving. Insert your fishing line, which is the one on my right hand, into the following bead from row 1, and with the fishing line on my left, I'm picking up 2 beads and I'm crossing with the second bead, and I'm going to do that until I get to the end. So this is me inserting my fishing line into the following bead from row 1, and then with the fishing line on my left hand, I'm picking up 2 beads, and then I am crossing with that second bead right there. So that is what is looking like, and I'm just going to meet you guys when I am done. So here we are at the end of our work. I'm just finishing off with the last round. Insert my fish line into the following bead from row 1, pick up 2 beads and crossing with the second bead right there, just like that. If at all you allow me to just do it like just like that. Okay, so here I did not actually cross. I decided to tie the fishing line because that fishing line, I was going to continue if my fishing line was long to just join the row to form like the handle, but that was too short, so I just decided to tie it. Okay, so this is 2 rows. So when you make 2 rows like this and then you decide to join these 2 rows to form a handle, that makes a 3 by 4 beaded handle. But if I do 3 rows, if I add another row to this and I decide to join it, that is going to make a 4 by 4 beaded handle. I hope it makes sense now. So I just grabbed a new fishing line, put it into one end of row number 1, picked 1 bead, inserted it into the corresponding end from row number 2, and I'm picking up 1 bead and I'm going to cross. And this is me just doing like a basic join in order to form the handle for this bag. So when I cross that bead, it is going to join the handle like that. That's what you're going to be seeing. Insert your fishing line into the following bead and on one side, and into the following bead on the other side as well. And then you are going to pick up 1 bead and you are going to cross that 1 bead. Okay, so if you watch closely at the bottom of this handle that I'm making, I have 3 beads at the bottom. That is why I call it a 3 by 4 handle. If I did 3 rows, let me say it again just so that you guys can understand. If I did 3 rows of this and I decided to do the same join, I am going to have 4 beads at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to keep joining like this until we get to the end. Please, if at this point you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you have any questions, ask them down in the comment section. YouTube has a setting that you can send audio messages. People, send me audio messages as questions, as comments. If you don't want to type, send audio messages. It's like WhatsApp or TikTok messages all over again. So ask me your questions, like this video if you do like it, and do share this video to someone who you think it might help. So right here I'm about to finish the join. I'm just going to put 1 bead on my fishing line and then I'm just going to tie to secure everything. Tie to the other fishing line in order to secure everything. Yeah, so just go ahead and tie everything so that it is nice and secured, just like that. And then you're going to tuck in all the loose ends because we don't need any extra. I'm saying loose ends like crochet. I'm so used to saying crochet terms in beads and beads terms in crochet. It's so weird. Right, so this is what our handle is looking like. Obviously you need to do 2 of them, and this is our lobster clasp. And this is what I'm talking about. If you look at the tip or the bottom of it, it has 3 beads, and if I'm to send this lobster clasp through, it's not going to go through like equally, which is why I recommend that you do a 4 by 4 handle, because this is going to slant to the right a bit because I did a 3 by 4 handle. And I did this handle because the beads I used were bulky and I didn't want a bulky handle. This bag was already sweet and tiny. I'm so sorry for the background noise. This bag was already sweet and tiny and I didn't want to ruin it by adding like a very bulky handle. That's why I went for a 3 by 4 beaded handle. So another recommendation, if you do want to make your beaded handle, maybe I should have said this in the beginning, oh my goodness, maybe use the same style of beads but size 8 to do the 4 by 4. Or if you're not bothered by having a bulky handle, that is also fine. You do, you do you. I like to give different recommendations and different ideas when you're making beaded bags. You don't need to be stuck to exactly what I'm doing, and maybe you'll even find something yourself that is easy. Right, so let's continue. This is me just putting the clasp, the o-ring, into our bag right there. I'm just putting it in. Honestly, I don't know why I was fighting with this thing. Okay, so I am getting the other one and I am just going to push it into the bag. These clasps are honestly so perfect, and it's really advisable to get a bigger one so that your handle has more space to move. I got one that was smaller than this, and oh my goodness, I could not get it through the rings. It was so frustrating, so I had to get another one, this 1 inch one. The first one I got was about 0.7 inch in diameter. So yeah, get more than an inch of lobster clasps. Take your measuring tape and measure it before you buy it, darling. I don't know what I just said. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I am just putting the handle into the bag. And that is literally it, people. That is it. The tutorial is finished. The entire bag is finished. Tell me what you guys think of this entire tutorial. I'm waiting to see your own pictures, your own videos. You can accessorize this bag by putting charms on it. You can put like those silk Dior handkerchiefs and wrap them around the handle. There are so many ways you can style it. When you do make it, send it to my email. Send the photo to my email. I'm going to post about it, people. I'm going to post about it. So if you do make the bag, send me a photo. My email is on the channel. You can find my link tree. Send it to me there. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.